What's going on YouTube? In this video, I want to go over how to plan out your marketing emails to your client because you definitely do not want to just go in there and just start writing. You want to have an actual plan. You might be confused and thinking, okay, well, I just need to come up with one idea every day to write for a client. That is true. But in the beginning, that first sequence that they call the welcome sequence, you definitely want to plan it out. And that welcome sequence will grow as time goes on. You want to always be adding to it because the best emails go in the welcome sequence. You just keep on growing it with the emails that do really well. And you want to plan it so that you have a bird's eye view of what you're actually doing. Does your messaging flow make sense? Because there's specific things you can do when you're writing these emails to increase revenue, like figuring out when you want to run a discount, figuring out when you want to add scarcity, like limited spots you need to get in now. You always want to be looking for ways to create scarcity, and this is a really good way to do it is by planning out your schedule. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It can just be something like this with a notepad. So after you land a client, obviously they're going to want you to start writing emails. And normally you're going to start with writing the first emails, the welcome sequence, the emails that the lead is going to see as soon as they subscribe. These are the first emails. You want to put the best emails forward. So like case study, origin story, personality emails, life story emails. And we're mainly talking about if you're in the coaching space. This would be completely different if you were doing e-com or digital agencies. So I got an example here. Now we know that discounted emails do really, really well. Or if you don't know, now you know. When you add that scarcity in, like you need to take advantage of this discount, otherwise you're not going to see it for a long time. That does really well. And they can even do a lot better than just random ass value emails. So this is why you want to stop, pause before you start writing anything and figure out how you're going to incorporate discount emails into a welcome sequence. Or like I have here, spots limited emails, scarcity. Now, frankly, you want to be figuring out ways to introduce scarcity in all your emails if you can, but not every email you're going to be able to do that because not every moment of your client's brand is going to be always offering a discount, offering limited spots, wanting to pitch hardcore. You do want to include links to buy stuff in all the emails, but hard selling, which is like discount emails and spots limited emails, you don't want to do that in every email. So here's a good example. You have email one go out, which is your classic welcome email. Welcoming the lead to the list, asking them maybe a question, telling a lot about what you do, who you are. You got to let them know who you are because then they know that's your email. Just your classic welcome email. Telling them that they're going to get more value if they stay subscribed. Then a good example you can do this is not set in stone. You can have an origin story email, the next one, explaining about what you did, what your origin story is as a coach. Obviously this would be for your client, how you got to where you are, because at the end of the day, people that are following your client want to, do the same exact path. So an origin story, what the client was doing before they were successful and then after they were successful, which kind of gives the reader a roadmap. Then you definitely want to throw in some sort of case study in the welcome sequence. These are the best performing emails besides discounted emails. Case studies do really, really well. So you have a case study here, then a random value email. You can give them a tip. Then a case study email again. You want to throw as many as you have available. If the client has 10 case studies, you put all those into a welcome sequence. You want every single one of them to get shown, or whatever case studies make your client look good. The more the merrier. You should be bombarding the list with case studies. Those are great. Now your client's not always going to have that, so you can't do it always, but whatever they got, figure out how you can put that into an email because they do amazing. It's simple. You hook them in with an awesome subject line saying the exact result, a quick little story of what they did, and then at the end, do you want to copy what they did? Do this action. Another email personality story. Now see, if you had just gone in here and just started writing random ass emails, you will miss opportunities to make more money for your client because you won't have any sense of direction. But by writing them out like this, you have a sense of direction, and that's what you want. Because look at here, how I have this one set up at email 8. So 7 emails have gone out. Email 8 is when you drop some sort of discount. And you might say that's too quick to drop a discount after only 7 emails, and that's fine. You don't have to drop a discount this early. It's not set in stone. But by you having them all written out like this, it starts to give you a bird's eye view. So email 8 would be, you could say something like this. You can say, hey, for all our new subscribers, we offer a 20% discount on our X program, and we let the new subscribers to our email list get this discount over the next 7 days of you receiving this email. So what you're doing is you're giving them a reason that you're giving them a 20% discount. This 20% discount does not apply to everyone else. It's just to them. So it's introducing scarcity. You have to act in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, or you're not going to get this 20% discount. And you're not going to see this 20% discount anywhere else. So it's introducing that scarcity element, which is exactly what you want. Again, remember, if you had just been writing random ass emails for the client, which will work, your client will pay you for them. But imagine you just start writing and you didn't write out a content calendar. You're missing these valuable opportunities. Okay, now you're going to add a value email. Then you're going to do a discount reminder. If you don't do some sort of calendar like I have here, you're going to lose track. You're going to get disorganized. You're going to have no clue what's going on, what messaging went out recently. You're going to lose track, especially when you have multiple clients, all that. Things can get hectic quick. This is the point of a content calendar. And again, as you go along, okay, now you gave your client 10 emails. You should do more than that, right? We're in a discount period, so you should do more. But let's just say it was 10. Now you're doing the broadcast emails, okay? Because all these leads in these sequences get tagged and booted to the broadcast list. So as time goes on and your broadcast emails continue to go out, whatever emails do good, really good, you would just simply extend this sequence for all new leads. Good performing email. Email 11 or 12. Good performing email 2, right? You keep adding on because that's only going to increase the LTV, the lifetime value of every lead. The more emails, the better the emails, all that, the more you're going to be able to pull out of that lead, which makes your LTV much higher. So for example, let's just say you know that you have one email address right now for 12 emails equals $10, right? Let's just say, for example, this specific sequence. Well, what if you get an additional 12 emails, right? Let's just pretend all the emails are right here. So now you're at 24 emails. That LTV would then be double, right? So by increasing the amount of emails you send to a lead, you're increasing the LTV, which makes your client more money, which makes you make more money because then they're going to want to keep you as a client, keep you as a writer. It's that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. There are other, sequences that you can do, like abandoned cart, You got missed call. You got tagged based on action. So someone did an action already over here. You tag them and you give them a specific different kind of sequence of emails. So you can build these later. These aren't as important, right? Look at these. Do these look as important as the first email someone receives from your client? Second, third, fourth, the origin, all that. These little things do not matter nearly as much. So you don't need to be worrying about them when you're just starting out with a new client. You need to be worrying about the sequence, growing it, and the broadcast emails. And obviously tagging, setting up all the flows, getting into your client's account to do all that. You want to be doing as much inside your client's accounts and handling more and more business for them because then they're going to want to keep you. If you're just some lame-ass writer writing an email every day with no sense of direction, you have no consulting abilities with your client, you're not even trying to consult the client, you're not trying to even help them grow their business with tips you learned from other clients. If you're just kind of doing the bare minimum, they're going to get rid of you eventually. So you need to be looking for ways to continually make them want to keep you. It can be commission, it can be you're really smart, you have all these clients, you can give them intel they'd have to pay money to go find out, you can give them that intel for free. You want to stay valuable, and that's pretty much obvious in any business. I highly recommend you go below, watch our free training on how to get your first paying client finally. You can also book a call if you want to work with us or you want to at least discuss potentially working with us. Super low pressure call. We do not hard sell anyone. We want to make sure it's the absolute best fit for you in your current situation. And currently right now, how we're different than other coaching companies, we give you 6 months of hand-holding. No one else is doing this that I'm aware of. They give you 8 weeks, you're in a group setting. If you forget to ask a question one week, you gotta wait to the next week for the group call. You're gonna get access to our 50 plus training videos, all the templates, the contract, everything you need to go out there and crush it. And you can also join our free Facebook group below as well. If you wanna join your tribe, people have the same mentality as you, they wanna get the hell out of their jobs, utilizing services like email copywriting, inbound closing, appointment setting, which are frankly the best services that you should be offering this 2024. They're not going anywhere. They're in super high demand. They're easy to do once you learn how to do them one time. They're pretty easy to learn how to do versus, starting some growth agency where you need all this experience in how to grow a coaching business and, learn all the different funnels, know the numbers of what funnels work, all that. That's way more complicated than just writing a marketing email for a client or getting on a phone call and closing someone. Most people might think that's intimidating to get on a call and close someone. Once you know the script, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy. Appointment setting is super easy once you know what you're doing, right? You either write scripts. You're either a cold caller appointment setter, you're cold calling all day long, or you're a DM appointment setter, which frankly, DM appointment setter is better. You don't got to get on phone calls, but both of them pay.